It is Friday, and we are back with the Southern Arts Series, and we're told today's guest is here to make sure the arts get some respect. Our special correspondent joins me now to explain. Hello, James.
Hello, Dee. That's right. Art getting its respect. And I tell you, this series is all about the arts and creativity. That's what it's all about. And when our crew set out on this documentary adventure, we talked a lot about the value of art. Is it really relevant to our day-to-day lives? And how can we fund the arts in school and within our communities? Can we live without art? These are all questions we pose to one man that's trying to keep the arts alive right here in our community. Meet Doc Waller.
Right now. 29-year-old Doc Waller.
Doc Waller himself. Welcome, Doc.
Yes,
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Welcome. I enjoyed that piece and learning so much about you. Now, James tells me that you are a remarkable artist in your own right. We saw a little snippet of that performance, but you've really been making a name for yourself in this area as the director of the Lehman Group. Now, could you talk a little more about your nonprofit and upcoming projects?
Well, basically, it's all in the name. The Lehman. There are a lot of people within the community who just haven't grown up with the arts. They haven't been accustomed to have the arts in their lives, and anything from going to a dance production or going to the museum seems like something that sits in this ivory tower, and it's not really for them. So they drive by all the time and they think that's something. I may do that someday, but they just feel a little bit too uncomfortable to get there. They feel like they have to have something first before they're allowed to go to a museum, and that's just not true. You know,
not at all.
We don't want the arts to survive in this little bubble. You know, if this is the tunnel in which the arts is getting to the community, we want to take that tunnel and just expand it.
Bigger and bigger.
Right,
okay,
right.
I'm with you.
Right. There are a lot of people who honestly really don't see the arts as something that they should be doing. It's like, okay, it's Friday night, I don't have anything else to do, then I guess I will
what
see
it
the
does
show.
too, and both of you probably agree, it limits our ideas, it limits our dreams, it limits who we believe we can be.
Right. The arts allow us to see. It's almost like, I call it satellite head. If you grow up with the arts and your parents teach you the arts, you grow up with the satellite head and you start to see things in your community.
Ooh,
you know what I mean? You start to see people for who they are. You start to notice things. You start to really, everything is illuminated when you have that artistic
and in ways
background.
you become more tolerant because you understand that people do have other ideas. Everybody's not the same.
Right.
You know, it really broadens your horizons.
Right.
And we have got to do this, particularly in I know Columbus and maybe parts of Auburn and places.
Right.
So many people never leave their neighborhood. There's a museum down the street and they never go.
Right. It's almost like it makes you aware of your own surroundings when it's something that you should already have been aware of. It's almost like the same reaction after the movie Crash. You know, there's so many different people in that film that you know are in your community, but you didn't know until you saw the film. It opens up perspective. It opens up your mind. So.
I'm curious to know, why do you think that is?
It's a traditional thing. It's like, you know, if there's a fireman who always works at his job, if there's a construction worker that always works at his job, he feels like, well, this is what I do.
Comfort zone.
Right, that's a comfort zone.
This is my comfort zone.
Right.
And then many people do grow up believing that arts people are different.
Right.
And you're not like us.
Now here's the thing, arts people, and you know, here's the truth about it, arts people have to take a little bit responsibility too, because we kind of separate ourselves and say, well, this is what we do, this is our museum, you can't come in here, Mr. Construction. You know, we have to open it up and let the arts flourish and run away from us the way that it's supposed. The arts, we'll never catch up to the arts. The arts are always running away from us, and that's the good thing. We'll never understand it. We'll never be perfect with it. So it's
And with your group, the mission behind it is?
The mission is to champion the emergence of the arts and creativity as essential ingredients of life. Essential. So it's like, if I don't get something artistic today, then I haven't lived a full enough day.
Wow.
You know, I haven't lived in totality, and that's
it's
what
a
it's all about.
fabulous organization. So how can local artists or aspiring artists get involved in your wonderful organization?
And also another point, we're an Alabama State-focused organization, but Columbus is so close, we never want to cut Columbus out. We've had a lot of people from Columbus attend most of our events and things, so we're an open-arm organization. Visit our website at www.thelehmangroup.org and just send anybody an email. You know, if you want to send me an email and say, hey, I saw you on the Dee Armstrong Show and I was interested, just send me an email and we'll get in contact with you.
I love the name, the Layman Group.
Yes,
It's a great
that means
name.
everybody.
Exactly.
Well, wonderful. Now, obviously, you have some pretty incredible patrons. What can people and businesses do to make sure that the Layman Group survives and getting into your hands the things that you need?
Businesses cannot exist in a vacuum. You can't sit in there and you can't sit within your business, within your cocoon, and reach out into the community. The arts are the way to tap into that customer base. We actually have a Business in the Arts cocktail party on August 26th, and all business leaders, managers, owners from Columbus and the state of Alabama need to email us, contact me at doc@thelaymangroup.org, and just RSVP, say, hey, we want to come, we want to learn more about how we can get involved with the arts.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for coming by, Doc.
Thank
it
you.
was a pleasure. You do look like John Legend.
Thank you.
But you're not John Legend. You're Doc.
Okay. Doc Waller.
Okay.
And next week, Dee, we have another wonderful artist who was pretty much overseen by your organization.
Right.
Allison Hutto. Take a look.